Hello students, this is the first video of the chapter Plant Kingdom. Let us first have a look in the introduction of Plant Kingdom. Earliest classification system can be divided into artificial system, natural system and phylogenetic system of classification. That means earlier the classification system can be divided into three types. They are artificial system of classification, natural system of classification and phylogenetic classification system. So what is artificial system of classification? Artificial system of classification is based on morphological characters. And what are those morphological characters? They are habitat, color, number, shape of leaves, etc. The classification was done on morphological characters such as habit of the organism, the color of the organism, the number and shapes of the leaves of the plant in the artificial system of classification. And that artificial classification system was mainly based on vegetative characters or on the androecium structure. And there was a drawback in the artificial system of classification. The drawback of classification, artificial system of classification gives equal weightage to vegetative and sexual characteristics. That means the artificial system of classification gives equal importance to both vegetative and sexual characteristics. So there occurs a problem, and so the artificial system of classification was not followed. Then there comes natural system of classification. It is based on not only on internal features but also on it is not based only on external features but also on internal features. The internal features such as ultrastructure, anatomy, embryology, phytochemistry. Now, what is ultrastructure? Ultrastructure is the very minute structure of organisms that can be only viewed by a high magnification power. Okay, that is ultrastructure. And what is anatomy now? So anatomy is the study of structure of organisms and its parts. Okay, and what about embryology? Embryology is the study of embryos and their development. And phytochemistry means chemical effects of light. Okay, the next is phylogenetic classification system based on evolutionary relationships between various organisms. And the phylogenetic system of classification is based on the evolutionary relationship. That means how these organisms are evolved from their ancestors. This system of classification is acceptable and at present we are following this. And this phylogenetic system of classification is very much acceptable and we are following this phylogenetic classification now. There comes another term, numerical taxonomy. Number and codes are assigned to all the characters and the data are processed in the computer. Here in numerical taxonomy, the number and codes are assigned to all the characters. Okay, and then the data are processed in the computer. And the other term is cytotaxonomy. It is based on cytological information like chromosome number, structure and behavior. I think it is clear. Chemotaxonomy, based on chemical constituents of the plants. Suppose how a plant is made chemically, what are the chemical constituents present in the plants, etc. The next is example of algae. This next slide is of the first class of kingdom Plantae and it is algae. What are the various characteristics of algae? Let's see. They are chlorophyll bearing. That means the organisms that are under the class algae, they all contain the pigment chlorophyll in their cells. They're simple, thalloid, autotrophic, and largely aquatic. These algae are very simple. They're thalloid. Thalloid means their body can be differentiated into stems, leaf, roots, etc. Autotrophic means they can prepare their own food by themselves, and largely aquatic means they may be in fresh water or marine water. Algae are also found in association with animals, example sloth bear. So this is a very important example here. In sloth bear, what happens? The whole fur of sloth bear are covered by certain algae. So here it is written as algae are also found in association with animals. Example is sloth bear. Example of colonial algae is volvox. Colonial means where aggregation of algae occurs. That is known as colonial. And such example is volvox. Example of filamentous algae is Eulothrix and Spirogyra. Filamentous means where filaments are present. Filaments are thread-like structure which helps the algae in locomotion. Okay, so such example of filamentous algae are Eulothrix and Spirogyra. And the next point is reproduction occurs by vegetative, sexual and asexual modes. In algae, the reproduction takes place by the three methods or the three modes. They are vegetative, asexual and sexual modes. The vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation. Asexual reproduction by production of spores, common are zoospores. And asexual reproduction, what happens in asexual reproduction? Zoospores are formed, and in sexual reproduction there occurs fusion of two gametes. In sexual reproduction there comes these three terms. These are isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous. What are isogamous? That is, gametes are flagellated and similar in size. That means the two gametes which are going to fuse are flagellated. That means they contain flagella and they are in similar size. Their size is similar. Example, Eulothrix. In anisogamous means fusion of two gametes dissimilar in size. Aniso means here fusion occurs between two gametes, but the fusing gametes are not similar in size. Example, Eudorina. And example of oogamous is Volvox and Fucus. Here, large non-motile female gamete fuses with small motile male gamete. The following are the uses of algae. At least a half of the total carbon dioxide fixation is carried out by the algae through photosynthesis. Photosynthesis occurs in algae, and during photosynthesis, a half of the total carbon dioxide fixation is carried out by algae. So, carbon dioxide fixation is carried out by algae while carrying out photosynthesis. Being photosynthetic, they increase the level of dissolved oxygen in the immediate environment. And during photosynthesis, they increase that means the algae increase the level of dissolved oxygen in their immediate environment. They increase the amount of oxygen in their environment during photosynthesis. Uses as food, example Porphyra, Laminaria and Sargassum. They are edible algae. And certain algae produce large number of hydrocolloids. Hydrocolloids means water holding capacity. In certain algae, there occurs water holding capacities, and it is termed as hydrocolloids. We'll go to the next slide now. Let me take the marker. Okay. So example of algae producing hydrocolloids are alzine. They are brown algae. and kerosene, they are wet algae. Agar obtained from algae Xylidium and Gracilaria are used to grow microbes and in preparation of ice creams and jellies. So algae are also very important. They help in the preparation of ice cream and jellies, and such examples of algae are Xylidium and Gracilaria. Chlorella, unicellular alga. So chlorella is a unicellular alga, means they are made up of only one cell. Rich in proteins, chlorella are very rich in proteins, and they are used as food supplement even by space travelers. So the persons who are traveling to space prefer the algae chlorella as their food supplement. Further, algae is divided into three classes: chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae, and rhodophyceae. First, let us come to some points of chlorophyceae. They are commonly known as green algae. They are unicellular. Unicellular means they contain only one cell. Colonial and filamentous. Okay, they consist of filaments. The most important thing is pigments are. What are the pigments present in chlorophyceae? They are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. And this is also a very important term here, pyrenoids, presence of storage bodies. So in the chloroplast of chlorophyceae, there contains a structure known as pyrenoids, and these pyrenoids helps as storage bodies. And the next point is food stored in the form of proteins, starch, and oil droplets. So what are the food stored in pyrenoids? They are proteins, starch, and oil droplets. The next point is rigid cell wall, inner layer cellulose and outer layer pectose. The cell wall is very rigid, that is, it is fixed cell wall. The inner layer of the cell wall is made up of cellulose and the outer layer is pectose. This outer layer, the composition of the outer layer is very important. It is made up of pectose. Reproduction, as I have mentioned earlier, in algae, reproduction takes place, or these are the three modes of reproduction in algae. They are vegetative, asexual, and sexual mode. All the three modes, that is vegetative, asexual, and sexual modes, occur in chlorophyceae. Example of chlorophyceae are Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Elotrix, Spirogyra, and Cara. Okay, let us go to the next slide then. Okay, the next class of algae is phaeophyceae. They are commonly known as brown algae. Chlorophyceae are commonly known as green algae, and phaeophyceae are commonly known as brown algae. The pigments present in phaeophyceae are chlorophyll A, chlorophyll C, carotenoids, and xanthophylls, and fucoxanthin. Okay, the next point is food stored as complex carbohydrates. Here, the stored form of food is complex carbohydrates, and it is in the form of laminarin or mannitol. They are the complex form of carbohydrates. The structure of brown algae consists of three parts. So the structure of brown algae consists of three parts. They are frond. Suppose this is the brown algae, and this structure consists of three parts. This is one part. This is the frond. Okay, this is leaf like, and it is, see here, this is leaf like, and they are photosynthetic. That means they carry photosynthesis. They contain the pigments here. And the next part is stipe. This is stipe here, and the last is holdfast. This is the holdfast. I think it is clear now. Okay, the vegetative cells have a cellulosic wall usually covered on the outside by a gelatinous coating of algin. Okay, the cell wall here is made up of cellulose, and outside cellulose it is covered by another layer, gelatinous layer, that is a coating of algin. Okay, reproduction by vegetative, asexual, and sexual means similarly to chlorophyceae. In phaeophyceae also, the reproduction takes place by vegetative mode, asexual and sexual means. Okay, the example of some algae belonging to the that belongs to the class Phaeophyceae, Ectocarpus, Dictyota, Laminaria, Sargassum, and Fucus. Okay. The last slide is of Rhodophyceae, that is the third class of algae, and it is commonly known as red algae. The pigment present in red algae are phycoerythrin. Okay, and they are found in well lighted regions close to the surface of water and also at great depths in oceans where relatively little light penetrates. Okay, they occur in well lighted regions and also in depth of oceans where the penetration of light is very less. And here stored food is Floridian starch, and which is similar to amylopectin and glycogen. The structure of this Floridian starch is very similar to amylopectin and glycogen. Reproduction is similar to Chlorophyceae and Phaeophyceae, that is vegetative, asexual, and sexual means of reproduction takes place. The example of Rhodophyceae, algae belonging to Rhodophyceae, Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Gracilaria, and Gelidium. Okay, and this is a very important table. Please go through this table, and these are nothing but all the characters I have given in the slide. Just this here all the characters are put in a tabulated form. Okay, in the next videos we'll go through the other classes of kingdom Animalia. That is, in the next video we'll cover the next class of kingdom Plantae. Okay, thank you.